Yo, 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 what is going on, everyone? I hope I find everyone very, very, very well today. If you're new to Intuitive Perceptions, hello, welcome to the family. And if you are returning, thank you for rocking with me and welcome back. So, guys, we're here. We made it. September 2018. We're in Virgo season. And there's a lot in store for us this month. But I don't want to get into all that. I want to make this intro as short as possible. So, for this month, we're using Tarot Mucha here for your guys' readings, and also we're using a very special and beautiful oracle deck here called Gaia Oracle here. And this specific deck here was gifted to me by a wonderful friend of mine, fantastic reader on YouTube, Raji from Opal Oracle. That's OPALORACLE. Wonderful, fantastic reader, guys. Check her out. You won't be disappointed, trust me. She's a wonderful, amazing soul, and such a really, really, really great friend of mine as well. I'm a Virgo sun, so I'm September 7th is my birthday, and she brought these to me just in time for you guys. So I hope you guys find what it is that you're looking for here regarding the messages, and you guys get the divine messages that you are seeking today. All right, guys, let's go ahead and bless the decks, and we'll get started. Father God, I open all channels of light, Lord, north, south, east, and west. Guardian angels of the four directions, high councils who serve the law of one. Holy pure ones, please anchor this space now in your divine consecration to provide every single zodiac sign with the clarity and direction as to which he or she seeks. And please grant me, the reader, the objectivity to read the cards and relay every single message as they're meant and are intended to be this month. Sagittarius Archer, what's going on? Hope I find you guys very, very well today. All right, so we have a little bit of a mixture going on here regarding Oracle and Tarot, okay? I have not seen the Oracle card here. We're going to go ahead and flip it over at the end, and we'll see what the message is, okay? So it can add more context to the reading. So, regarding Tarot here, we have the Two of Wands, the Eight of Wands reversed, the Fool card. We have Judgment. I'm sorry, not Judgment. It's interesting. Judgment, the Hangman, and the Magician here. You maybe could be possibly dealing with an Aries individual. All right, Sag. You have a very, very interesting reading here. What initially kind of threw me for a loop here is that a lot of your cards have a lot to do with, it's not that it's stagnation, it has a lot to do with like chilling, waiting around, being observant as well. Let me just say, Sag, if you hear me pause, or that sounds interesting. That's interesting I said that. If you hear me pause. If you notice that I pause throughout the reading, it's because I'm picking up information for you to see what's but I'm channeling what's coming through for you this month. But there's something here, Sag, that has a lot to do with like revisiting a situation. Revisiting something that has transpired. That has like, okay. Revisiting something that has transpired that happened to you. Now, sounds a little weird, but let me explain. What I'm getting here, Sag, is that I'm feeling, Sag, that maybe there was an individual in your life, a circumstance, a situation, something to that effect where you may have casted judgment upon that situation, person, place, or thing. And I'm feeling like it was because maybe possibly, you know, you were never in that situation, or that you never found yourself in that type of situation. So therefore, that's where like the judgment kind of came in, you know? But I don't want to make it sound here, Sag, like like I'm calling you someone who's very judgmental. No, it's not what it is. It's more of like, that probably doesn't sound any better, but this is where ignorance comes in. Now, a lot of people misunderstand the word ignorant. You know, as a culture, we've kind of used the word very loosely, and usually a lot of individuals believe or under the impression that ignorant means that you're stupid. Maybe, but not really though. Ignorant means you don't know. You are not privy to the fact. You have not experienced something. So, in saying that, I'm feeling like when you casted judgment upon this situation, it was because of ignorance. You know, you never went through the situation or the circumstance. So, based upon how the situation that you casted judgment upon played out for that person, place, or thing, you saw the aftermath of it, I feel. And then it was just, you know, you put your opinion out there, you know? And I'm feeling, Sag, that you found yourself in this situation somehow. You found yourself in it. And I'm feeling like this situation that you found yourself in had a lot to do with, like, you couldn't move forward. You couldn't manifest. It's almost as if, like, I just picked up rock bottom. Maybe I've hit rock bottom or something to that effect. It was something like, you felt like you couldn't, like I said, you couldn't manifest. You couldn't put plans into action. You felt very stagnant, I'm feeling. But it was more of like, okay, that's what it is. You felt stagnant, right? And I'm feeling like there was a spiritual lesson here in terms of like, you were forced to slow down. And I'm feeling like you were, there was some type of, you couldn't move forward because there was a lesson here that has to do with like being, okay, I'm going to say it like this, but being stuck within the situation so that then therefore you could carefully observe as to what happened and how it transpired for you. So that then you can gain experience regarding slowing down and trusting the divine, trusting divine timing, trusting God, trusting how He works. And to also realize that too, that God's, excuse me, that God's timing and the divine's timing is completely different from ours. Even the delivery of it, how it all works out, it's completely different, you know? And there's also something here, Sag, has to do with like placing expectations on something throughout this lesson, or throughout feeling stagnant. And I think that that's where I was getting, or I was coming up with review initially when the reading started. There's a review here. And it's like, you were forced, like I said, to slow down and to wait, I'm feeling here. Okay, I just picked up, you're maybe forced to, I don't even like to use that word forced, you know, because the divine God doesn't force anything. That's ego. There's no need to force anything. It's what needs to be done for our highest good. So let's just call it stagnant or stagnation, okay? So yeah, so I'm feeling like through this stagnation, you not only gained a perspective, which delivered you from ignorance, but it's like I said, you were forced to look at it, and I'm feeling like you may have not wanted. Okay, let me slow it down. Initially, before you ran into this situation, you may have not wanted to do something or to take a leap of faith of some kind, and this leap of faith, I'm feeling like, you know, the divine was really pushing you to do it. You were getting those messages, but you're kind of ignoring it. There's something that has to do with fear. Fear of the unknown, you know. But, so yeah, you didn't want to, or you were fearful of taking this leap of faith. And I feel like it was like you were slowed down, you were stagnant, right? so that you can review how important it is to make or to take that leap of faith. It's in your soul contract, I feel. Now, I'm not getting too specific here since it's general, but I'm feeling like this is what I'm picking up for you. And there's also something here that has to do with like, as above, so below, where it's like, and okay, where it's almost like similar to what's good for the goose is good for the gander. So it's like, there may be opposites, you know, hot, cold, east, west, north, south, you know what I mean? But everything is connected, I'm feeling. Well, that's really, no, well, that's what it is. But I'm feeling like that has, what I'm speaking of right now, has a lot to do with the situation. Where it may have been such like, before you casted judgment upon the situation before you went through it, you felt like you were above. Now, when I say above, it was more of like, you were looking down at the situation, you know? Like in a perspective sense. And then the roles switched, right? Where then you were at the bottom looking up. Which is interesting because the more that we ascend, the more we have to look down. I just picked up too, when you're at the when you're at the top, you don't need to look up because there's no one above you. So you're forced to look down. And I'm feeling like throughout this process, Sag, or throughout this situation that you found yourself in, it really humbled you, I feel. Because it's like this saying, like, or what I usually say, no one truly understands until they're the one standing there. It was one of those situations, you know? But I'm feeling like when you casted this judgment initially, I know I'm bouncing back and forth, but I hope you're following me here. But initially, when you casted this judgment, right, upon something, like I said, it was due to ignorance, but it was when you went through it and you found yourself in it, it was because it was meant to be as so that then you would gain, or you have gained, compassion and sympathy and empathy for people through that situation. And I'm also feeling here that through this experience, Sag, you then learned, or you have come to the realization how important it is to never come from a judgmental based reality, you know, or to never operate from a judgmental based reality. And I believe that that's why the magician is here for you, because it's like through this situation or experiencing it, you now have the tools necessary to move forward and to take that leap of faith, right? Regarding whatever the situation may be that you need to take regarding the leap of faith. And now it's time to apply everything that you've learned from going through the situation to the manifestation which comes from taking that leap of faith. And I'm also getting here too that there's like a spiritual rebirth or something to that effect, where that manifestation that is coming from that leap of faith, right? You may encounter a lot of interference, you know, kind of like delegating that manifestation. So then therefore, you respond well to it because there was a lot of stagnation that ensued when you went through the experience that you casted judgment upon initially. Interesting. That's what I'm getting for you, Sag. Interesting reading. Let's see what the oracle card is here. Ooh, I'm going to hold it up for you. So it's the dream. And at the bottom it says, Something is revealed, insight, or breakthrough. That's what I was getting for you. Let's see, I'm going to read it from the book here. This is a brand new deck that someone bought off, or someone purchased off the Amazon wish list. If you're interested in competing, what the hell, Merc? If you're interested in the Amazon wish list that I have going, for every deck that you purchase there or that you donate, you get a free reading. So go ahead and check the description box, okay? All the information's there. Okay, let's see here, number 4. So, Sag, you will soon break free from a situation that has been causing you concern. Something will be revealed either in a dream or through someone you know and trust. The information you receive will give you an insight into something that has remained hidden from you for some time. This will be a big relief for you as you realize that your concerns and fears, interesting I said fears, excuse me, that your concerns and fears were unnecessary and unfounded. All is well that ends well. However, do not forget this episode, for it is a recurring theme with you. The next time you are unsure of something, try to refrain from jumping to conclusions which are not based on fact. Interesting, Sag. Also, pay attention to your dreams. Try to remember them as you wake up. With time, you will intuitively learn their symbolic language. This message had been floating around in your dream state for some time. There's an affirmation here too. I surrender my concerns and fears. All is revealed at the most perfect moment. All is well in my life. I choose trust over doubt. I remember my dreams and intuitively know their symbolic language. Interesting, Sag. And it's also interesting how judgment is here as well. So yeah, there's a situation that you maybe weren't picking up, I feel. You needed to go through, and I'm feeling like when it initially came to you, through observation regarding someone going through it, through ignorance, it's okay, it happens, Sag, you cast a judgment, or you jump to conclusions based upon information that wasn't necessarily factual. And Sag, your sign, Sagittarius, the 9th house, Jupiter, it's all about finding the truth, finding higher knowledge, as above, so below, And factual information, or your truth, which are our facts, that's what we based our truth off of, our facts regarding our experiences. Now, that's very important to you, Sag, to have that truth and to gain that truth and to gain that higher knowledge and to have that understanding, right? So, what better way to learn about something than to go through it, And not only just to go through it, but to also get the aspect or the part of the experience where we really see we see what happens when we judge something that we have not experienced, So it's like, not only, Sag, did you learn a lot about yourself through this situation or experiencing it, but you also learned a lot about field experience, and you also learned a lot about how important it is to have sympathy and empathy, and to develop your empathic abilities, It's like, there's something here that has to do with, I'm also getting for you, like as a last message, that has to do with what better way to learn about something than to go through it, right? And you casting judgment upon it initially before going through it even solidifies your truth even more, or your opinion or experience about the situation, given that you went through it as well. So that then possibly, Sag, since you went through this situation, if someone were to try and cast judgment about it and about your experience, you know exactly where that person's coming from, which also is developing your sympathy and empathy and empathic abilities as well, to look at situations from a different perspective. Very interesting, Sag. I liked your reading here. Confused the hell out of me at first. I was like, what is going on here? But all right, Sag, that completes your reading for September 2018. Record your dream, Sag, and when you do, either if you want to write it down, or I always say too, instead of writing it down, if you're more of you maybe pressed for time throughout your days, what you can do is download an app, that records like voice memos at like a decent file size, so that you can save a lot of them. They don't take up a lot of space on your phone. Anyway, you can voice it as well. But Sag, you can either write it down or you can voice it as like a voice memo as a recording on your phone. Now, when you record them, you have to do it immediately the minute you open your eyes. That's why I say maybe record them, because you can just like grab your phone real quick. It's usually next to us anyway. But the minute you wake up, you open your eyes and you're like, wow, that was a horrible dream, or that was a weird dream. Record it and give as much detail as you possibly can. Say everything, the color of the damn shirt you were wearing. Give as much detail as you can, but you have to do it immediately when you wake up, because then you'll forget all the details as the day goes on. If you didn't record it before waking up. If you didn't record it once you first woke up, All right, Sag. Interesting reading. Everything's always connected, Everything starts where everything ends, and everything ends where everything starts. So as above, so below, Sag, Yeah. It was an experience, wasn't it? All right, Sag, we'll see you next month.